Welcome to 70s Unheard on Radio KCM. 70s Unheard, taking a scenic detour away from the fast lane 70s hits you hear everywhere. Celebrating the artists who didn't fill arenas but filled our souls with incredible music, with stories and songs celebrating the forgotten magic of the 70s. I'm Jeff Gerkins. We'll open with guitar legend Eric Clapton and his cover of a great song written by the smooth-voiced country singer nicknamed the Gentle Giant, Don Williams, who passed away just last week at the age of 78. That song, Tulsa Time, from Clapton's 1978 album, Backless. Here's Eric Clapton.
Arizona, maybe on the California. The people
his 1979 album, Nothing Matters and What If It Did. That was Seymour, Indiana's own John Cougar, as he was known at that time. And tonight, in John Cougar Mellencamp's autobiography, the author called the song a funky, high-stepping ditty about the joy a blue-collar worker feels for his woman. That could very well have been one of John Mellencamp's hottest songs had it not been for one X-rated line that kept it off the radio. Of this song, Mellencamp says, I wanted to write something that was soulful and had an R&B feel to it. And I thought we could get Mr. Stax Soul himself, Steve Cropper, to produce the record. And Cropper agreed. Quite a feat for Cougar, who was unknown at that point. You're listening to 70s Unheard on Radio KCM. I grew up near Fort Knox, Kentucky, and when I was in early high school, a new student by the name of Oot arrived one year. I can't say for sure, but he was very likely from Korea. Shame on me for not asking. Many Fort Knox soldiers spent time in Korea based on the work they did at Fort Knox, often returning home with a new Korean bride. One great thing for me that came from that was the abundance of Korean food available in my hometown. My best friend's dad, Mr. Hunt, loved kimchi and would bring it home for us to try. I learned to love kimchi and still do. Back to Oot. I remember Oot's favorite school outfit was a matching yellow T-shirt with a cool logo from the band Yes's album Fragile, paired with tight yellow matching pants. Bright yellow on yellow. A look you rarely saw where I grew up. I was aware of Yes, but the only songs that the local radio stations played. That's the only ones I knew. And I wondered what it was that made Oot such a fan and dug into a couple of those albums. That was mind-blowing stuff at that time. But Oot was friendly, always smiling. I'm not sure that he made any close friends while in Kentucky. I don't remember anyone teasing him or giving him a hard time, maybe because we were all impacted by fresh memories of the TV series Kung Fu, where David Carradine, when mistreated, would use his Kung Fu skills to disable armies of men. And you know, that fear alone kept us likely in check, thinking anyone from that area of the world had to be a Kung Fu master. I would like to honestly say that I embraced Oot and that we became close friends and remain so to this day. But in my world, at my age, and at that time, embracing those who were different was not a popular move. He wasn't in our high school long. Perhaps his father was moved to another base, or maybe he returned home, but I would not be shocked if he were the CEO of some company or a huge success today. But here's to Oot, wherever he may be, and to all of you who've had to make difficult moves at some point in your lives. From the 1971 Yes album, Fragile, with that same logo as Oot's cool yellow T-shirt, here's Long Distance Runaround. The same thing Oot likely experienced when he moved all the way from Korea to Kentucky. Here's Yes.
Long distance run around, long time waiting to feel the sound. I still remember the dream there. I still remember
see the city's ripped back sides. We'll see the bright and hollow sky. We'll see the stars that shine so bright. Stars made for us tonight. Oh, the passenger, how it rides. Oh, the passenger, he rides and he rides. He looks through his window. What does he see? He sees the side and hollow sky. He sees the stars come out tonight. He sees the city's ripped back sides. He sees the winding ocean drive. And everything was made for you and me. All of it was made for you and me. 'Cause it just belongs to you and me. So let's take a ride and see what's mine. Singing la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
And that was outrageous Detroit frontman Iggy Pop, formerly of the Stooges, from his 1977 album Lust for Life, and The Passenger, known for his rail-thin, shirtless performances, at one time rolling around on stage on broken glass. At 78 years of age, Iggy continues to perform to this day, playing in Boston, Brooklyn, and Washington, D.C. this fall. You're listening to Radio KCM, and this is 70s Unheard. The Ohio Players were a Cincinnati-based soul band whose album covers I really didn't want my mother to see, and you can look those up online. Their biggest hit was quite the topic of conversation among the members of my fifth grade class at Akron Elementary. Love Roller Coaster. Among the students on the playground, it was widely believed that a murder was committed during the recording of this song. Why? Well, about 2.5 minutes in fact, you will hear a faint scream in the background, convincing Brenda, Diana, the fifth grade class opinion leaders in Mrs. Moxley's class, that the screams were from a studio employee being stabbed during the recording session of that song. An internet search confirms that rumor spread beyond Akron Elementary Playground and throughout the country and still persists nearly 50 years later. I now ask myself, after studio violence, why would the band release that take? Our elementary minds determined that the decision to release that version included a stabbing must have gone something like this. Yes, there was a murder in the studio, but what a great take. The band was cooking. Let's go with that one anyway. I know that sounds unlikely, but I'll let you decide for yourself. The apparent stabbing occurs at the 2:31 mark of this song. And don't worry, I'll break in and give you a warning. From their 1976 album, Honey, these are the Ohio Players with Love Roller Coaster.
Wow, wow, wow. Hey.
apparent stabbing will occur very soon.
I am a man, I live alone. Don't much bother me, it won't be long. Come a woman who wants to be me and my mountains will be right here. Back east in the dirt and small, courted a woman, she had a job, but didn't want to leave her adopted home, guess she was afraid of being alone. Colorado, way out yonder in Tensoland. Look around hard, you might find a real man. Dark-eyed country girl, tears in her eyes, needs the music of the wind in the pine. Colorado. Then there's the time I've gone astray. The things I'm thinking I seldom say. Yes, I'm waiting for that special girl, the one who loves me and loves my world.
And that was Stephen Stills from what is considered to be his best album outside of his work with Crosby, Stills, and Nash, the 1972 album Manassas, and the song Colorado. When that album peaked at number 4 in June of 1972, Stills' album shared the top 5 with an album by David Crosby and Graham Nash and an album by Neil Young, Harvest, all, of course, collectively members of the quartet Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. This is 70s Unheard, a sonic journey into the forgotten corners of 70s music. In the late 1970s, when Saturday Night Live went on summer hiatus, I can remember being perplexed by the first mockumentary that I had ever seen, All You Need Is Cash, although that term had not yet been invented. In that era, when rock stars were worshipped, it was disconcerting to see a movie that skewered a deity like the Beatles of all bands. I was even more shocked to see that George Harrison made an appearance, as well as members of the current cast of Saturday Night Live. Starring Eric Idle and Michael Palin of Monty Python, and including appearances by John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Gilda Radner, Bill Murray, and Mick Jagger. I don't remember so much finding it hilarious as much as finding it dry and subtle. And I haven't seen it since, but I did eventually find the soundtrack album in a dusty record bin and love their creative take on familiar Beatles themes. From 1978, from the made-for-television Beatles mockumentary, All You Need Is Cash. These are the Reddles with their take on Get Back, entitled Get Up and Go.
Waking up a fever in a one-horse town was a jockey by the name of Joe. He didn't have a lot of what you might call luck, but he had a lot of get up and go. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Tall in the saddle in a one-horse town, Joey knew someday he'd hit the road. He traded with a dealer for a pickup truck and went looking for a medium load. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Get up and go, get up and go back home. Everybody's waiting for you. Cruising down the highway doing 65 in the middle of the double wide line. His foot down on the gas and his head in the clouds. He didn't see the one-way sign. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Get up and go, get up and go back home. They're all waiting for you. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Get up and go, get up and go, get up and go back home. Everybody's gone away. I believe this time they're gonna stay. There's not a soul I know around. Everybody's leaving town. Some caught a freight, some caught a plane. Find the sunshine, leave the rain. They said this town will waste your time. I guess they're right, it's wasting mine. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Telling me you're not a kid at 33. You play around, you lose your wife. I got my pills to ease the pain. Can't find a thing to ease the rain. I'd love to try and settle down, but everybody's leaving town. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. The damn Charles got the blues.
And that was Danny O'Keefe with Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues. Spokane, Washington born, O'Keefe's greatest success was as a songwriter, with his songs being recorded by Willie Nelson, Jackson Browne, Elvis Presley, Glenn Campbell, John Denver, and Jimmy Buffett. From pop rocks, bubblegum pop, to power pop, this is 70s Unheard on Radio KCM. This next album ranks number 1 on Rolling Stone's 2020, their most recently published list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. The album is a song cycle, the first of its kind, a political Motown recording told from the viewpoint of a Vietnam veteran returning to his home country to witness hatred, suffering, and injustice. The song I'm choosing to play today flows seamlessly from the opener, the album's biggest hits, What's Going On, the original song from which the entire album flows. When Gaye approached Motown head Berry Gordy with What's Going On, Gordy disliked the song, allegedly calling it the worst thing I ever heard in my life. And as a result, Gaye angrily responded to Gordy, going on strike until Gordy changed his mind. And upon initially hearing the song, What's Happening, Brother?, I assumed the phrase was a general greeting from one urbanite to another. But on further learning, I realized that the brother Marvin Gaye was referring to was his own. The lyrics were based on written correspondence between Marvin Gaye and his youngest brother, while his brother served in Vietnam and after he returned from service. The letters describe the deplorable conditions as well as the treatment of Vietnam veterans upon their return home. The singer's brother Frankie wrote in his 2003 autobiography, My Brother Marvin, that while reuniting at their childhood home, Frankie's recalling of his time at war made both brothers cry. Afterwards, Marvin told his little brother, I didn't know how to fight before, but now I think I do. I just have to fight it my way with my music. The result, Rolling Stone's number 1 ranked album of all time, containing this song based on his brother's letters. Marvin Gaye from his 71 masterpiece, What's Going On and What's Happening, Brother?
Just getting back, but you knew I would. War is hell. When will it end? When will people start getting together again? Are things really getting better, like the newspapers say? What else is new, my friend, besides what I read? Can't find no work, can't find no job, my friend. Money is tighter than it's ever been. Say, man, I just don't understand what's going on across this land. Oh, what's happening, brother? Yeah, what's happening? What's happening, my man? Are they still getting down where we used to go and dance? Will our ball club win the pennant? Do you think they had a chance? And tell me, friend, how in the world have you been? Tell me what's out, I wanna know what's in. What's the deal, man? What's happening, brother? What's happening? What's happening, brother? What's happening, my man? Woo! slightly behind the time.
That was the English-Irish folk rock supergroup, the Noel Redding Band, also known as the Clonakilty Cowboys, after the title of that song and their first album. Clonakilty refers to a city in County Cork, Ireland, a word that means stone castle in the woods. The Noel Redding Band was formed in 1974 with bass guitarist, rhythm guitarist, and vocalist Noel Redding, formerly of the Jimi Hendrix Experience, and lead guitarist Eric Bell, formerly of Thin Lizzy. The Noel Redding Band released 2 albums before disbanding in 1978. A couple of weeks ago, I told the story of the great Canadian license plate caper, recalling myself and a few of my friends being arrested for taking license plates in Toronto, Canada. That story received quite a response, especially from those who were involved. One of my fellow felons, Scott, replied with his memories. Yeah, I kind of assumed the old Canadian license plate story would make the show at some point. I was relatively innocently having breakfast when I saw some commotion in the hotel courtyard. Upon investigation, I was met with the band director who promptly told me, "You don't have time to eat breakfast, you're going to jail." I can't tell you how many times I've been reminded of the whole Canadian trip and the license plate fiasco. It was legendary and now a funny, fond memory. Tamara said, "That brought back some good memories." Matthew said, "I was having a hard morning, but you put a smile on my face and had me rolling." Thanks, Matt. And Alicia said, "I was just telling my husband about the license plate story after seeing a Canadian plate on a trip." And finally, my own mother replied, "Oh my, will it ever end?" Thanks all for reaching out. If you have any comments you would like to make, you can go to my email address, send it to 70sunheard@gmail.com, or you can send it via YouTube at my YouTube channel at 70s Unheard. Just search 70s Unheard. With stories and songs tied to the greatest single decade in the history of popular music, this is 70s Unheard. In this week's trip to the Echo Chamber, I'm playing a 70s cover of a 1960s Ray Charles hit. In the months leading up to the 1976 presidential election, Jimmy Carter was touted as being the first rock and roll president, befriending artists such as the Allman Brothers and the band to support his candidacy. And as late band drummer Levon Helm tells, Jimmy Carter had been kind enough to receive us at the Georgia governor's mansion when we passed through Atlanta on the 1974 Dylan tour. And now he was running for president against Gerald Ford. We'd been getting calls asking for us to help. So we released a single of Georgia on My Mind in Mr. Carter's honor. Richard Manuel sang it with the soul factor turned up pretty high. On October 30th of 1976, we played Georgia on Saturday Night Live. And a few days later, Jimmy Carter was elected president. While the success of Carter's term could be debated, Richard Manuel's faithful version of the Ray Charles hit is excellent. Later released as a single and included on the band's 1976 album, Islands. After that album, the relationships of the members of the band began to deteriorate. And within 10 years, Richard Manuel was dead of an apparent suicide at a Quality Inn in Orlando, Florida, after a performance. Here's that actual SNL performance with Richard Manuel and the band on SNL in October of 76 singing Georgia on My Mind.
Georgia, the whole day through, there's this old sweet song that keeps you, Georgia, on my mind. Oh, Georgia, oh, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear, just like moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out for me, other eyes have smiled tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see that the road leads back to you. Hey, Georgia, no peace I find, but there's still this old sweet song that keeps you, Georgia, on my mind. There's still this old sweet song that keeps you, Georgia, on my mind.
like any other. So go on and leave me for another. Good loving gone bad, that's what I say. Good loving gone bad, love, love, love. Good loving gone bad, yeah, yeah, yeah. And baby, I'm a bad man. Good loving gone bad, what I wanna say. Good loving gone bad, good loving gone bad. Ow. Baby, I'm a bad man. Loving gone bad, good loving gone bad, good loving gone bad. I'm a sad man, don't stand in my way. 'Cause baby, I'm a bad man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo!
From their 1975 album, Straight Shooter, that was excellent. Gritty rock vocalist Paul Rogers and Bad Company with Good Lovin' Gone Bad. This is 70s Unheard on Radio KCM. Here's a song that I heard as a kid. I thought it just sounded like a modern Mod Squad type of guy expressing his modern feelings over work and career. But many years later, I can't help but hear racial undertones in these lyrics. Here's Lou Rawls from his 1971 album of the same name with Natural Man.
You know, there was a time when if someone told you to do something, you did it. Bam, right on. No questions asked. It was yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. You never said no, you know? But you know, things are changing nowadays. It's a new day, babies. Folks want to take their own lives into their hands and make their own choices. No longer do they want to go along with the program because everybody says right. You know what I mean? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. You see, because I don't want no go watch for working 50 years from 9 to 5. Oh, while the boss is guzzling champagne and I'm melting beer in some dive. Cause I want to be happy and free, living and loving for me. I want to be happy and free, living and loving for me like a natural man. Like a natural man. A natural man. Like a natural man. Well now, I refuse to listen to people saying that I live too high. I'm gonna taste it now before my one life streaks on by. Cause I want to be happy and free, living and loving for me. I want to be happy and free, living and loving for me, just like a natural man. Like a natural man. I said a natural man. Just like a natural man. Well now I tried to do what others said that I should do. They said that I should fit in, fool 'em, fake it well. Those kind of dudes just make me crazy and blue. Man, I just can't take it. So when you see me walking, won't you notice that proud look in my eyes? My feet are on the ground and my soul is searching for the sky. 'Cause I want to be happy and free, living and loving for me. I want to be happy and free, living and loving for me, just like a natural man. Just like a natural man. A natural man. Just like a natural man. Just like a natural man. Just like a natural man. My feet are on the ground. Just like a natural man. My soul is searching for
Lou
the sky.
Rawls on Radio KCM and 70s Unheard. Satirist, nonconformist, Frank Zappa is legendary for his improvisation, sound experimentation, musical virtuosity, and satire of American culture. This is Zappa's Camarillo Brillo. Camarillo, California is a town midway between Malibu and the home office of my last biotech employer in Thousand Oaks, California. From Frank's 1973 album Overnight Sensation, here's Camarillo Brillo and Frank Zappa.
She had that Camarillo Brillo flaming out along ahead. I mean her Mendocino Beano, by where some bugs had made it red. She ruled the toads of these short forests and every newt in Idaho and every cricket who had chorus by the bush in Buffalo. She said she was a magic mama and she could throw a mean tarot and carried on without a comma, that she was someone I should know. She had a snake for a pet and an amulet, and she was breeding a dwarf, but she wasn't done yet. She had gray-green skin, a doll with a pin. I told her she was alright, but I couldn't come in. I couldn't come in right then. And so she wandered through the doorway, just like a shadow from the tomb. She said her stereo was four-way, and I just love it in her room. Well, I was born to have adventure, so I just followed up the steps, right past a fuming incense stencher, to where she hung her castanets. She stripped away her rancid poncho and laid out naked by the door. We did it till we were on concho, and it was useless anymore. She had a snake for a pet and an amulet, and she was breeding a dwarf, but she wasn't done yet. She had gray-green skin, a doll with a pin. I told her she was alright, but I couldn't come in. Actually, I was very busy. And so she wandered through the doorway, just like a shadow from the tomb. She said a stereo was four-way, and I just love it in her room. Well, I was born to have adventure, so I just followed up the steps, right past the fuming incense stencher, to where she hung her castanet. She said she was a magic mama, and she could throw a mean tarot, and carried on without a comma, that she was someone I should know. Is that a real poncho? I mean, is that a Mexican poncho or is that a Sears poncho? No fooling.
And that does it for this episode of 70s Unheard. I'm Jeff Gerkins. You can follow me on Twitter or X at 70s Unheard. I'll post every song from today's show on a playlist on YouTube. Just search 70s Unheard on YouTube. Email your questions, suggestions, critiques, whatever, at 70sunheard@gmail.com with no spaces, apostrophes, or caps. Until next time, let's close with Rory Gallagher, legendary Irish guitarist known for his raw, soulful blues rock style, impeccable live performances, and rejection of commercial fame. Often described as a working-class virtuoso and a master of his trademark battered Fender Strat. From Gallagher's 1976 album Collie Card, this is Moonshine. Until next time.